officers at their stations.
I shall call the roll of officers, determine if they have their stations, and report back to you, Madam President. The Sentinel.
Stationed by the door.
Your duties there.
Through this door pass many friends of the FFA. It is my duty to see that the door is open to our friends at all times, and that they are welcome. I care for the meeting room and paraphernalia. I strive to keep the room comfortable and assist the President in maintaining order.
The Reporter.
The reporter is stationed by the flag.
Why by the flag?
As the flag covers the United States of America, so I strive to inform the people, in order that every man, woman, and child may know that the FFA is a national organization that reaches from the state of Alaska to Puerto Rico and from the state of Maine to Hawaii.
The Treasurer.
Stationed at the emblem of Washington,
Your duties there.
I keep a record of receipts and disbursements, just as Washington kept his farm accounts, carefully and accurately. I encourage thrift among the members and strive to build up our financial standing through savings and investments. George Washington was better able to serve his country because he was financially independent.
The Secretary.
Stationed by the ear of corn.
Your duties there.
I keep an accurate record of all meetings and correspond with other secretaries. Wherever corn is grown, and FFA members meet.
The Advisor.
Here by the owl.
Why stationed by the owl?
The owl is a time-honored emblem of knowledge and wisdom. Being older than the rest of you, I am asked to advise you from time to time, as the need arises. I hope that my advice will always be based on true knowledge and ripened with wisdom. Madam Vice President, why do you keep a plow at your station?
The plow is a symbol of labor and tillage of the soil. Without labor, neither knowledge nor wisdom can accomplish much. My duties require me to assist at all time in directing the work of our organization. I preside over meetings in the absence of our president, whose place is beneath the rising sun.
Why is the President so stationed?
The rising sun is a token of a new era in agriculture. If we will follow the leadership of our president, we shall be led out of the darkness of selfishness and into the glorious sunlight of brotherhood and cooperation. Madam President, all officers are at their stations.
Thank you, Madam Vice President. The Secretary will call the roll of members.
There are 6 members and 0 guests present, Madam President.
Thank you. FFA members, why are we here?
To practice brotherhood, honor agricultural opportunities and responsibilities, and to develop those qualities of leadership which an FFA membership possess.
May we accomplish our purposes. I now declare this meeting of the Garrison FFA chapter duly open for the transaction of business or attention to any matters which may properly be presented. Madam Secretary, what is the first item of business?
Chapter activities.
Madam President,
Vice President.
I move that our chapter build a trebuchet for the U.S. National Pumpkin Chunkin Contest.
Second.
It's been moved and seconded that our chapter build a trebuchet for the U.S. National Pumpkin Chunking Contest. This is amendable, debatable, and requires a majority vote. Is there any debate?
Madam President.
Vice President.
I think this is a spectacular idea for us to build a trebuchet because who doesn't like chucking pumpkins? I mean, it's great when they go flying through the air and then splat on the ground. And this would also be a great way for our chapter to gain a little bit extra publicity in our community. So I encourage you all to vote yes on this motion.
Madam President.
The Secretary.
This is a pretty great idea. I mean, this is a great way to get our members involved and do something a lot of fun and maybe a little bit disruptive while not being bad in the public eye. I encourage you all to vote yes.
Madam President.
The Treasurer.
This is a horrible idea because we would have to take time out of class to build this, and we don't have enough money for all the supplies that it would take to build the trebuchet, so I encourage you all to vote no.
I rise to a point of order.
State your point.
The treasurer was not properly recognized.
The Treasurer was properly recognized.
Madam President,
The Reporter.
this is a fantastic idea. Not only is it a new thing that we have never done before, but also I can write a newspaper article for our chapter into the local newspaper, which will get us great publicity and hopefully some help on the trebuchet maybe. So I encourage you all to vote yes on this main motion.
Madam President,
The Sentinel.
building a trebuchet is a great idea. And it would involve many FFA students that aren't usually involved in these type of activities, so I encourage you to vote yes.
Is there any further debate on the main motion?
Madam President,
The Treasurer.
I move to postpone this motion till our October meeting.
Second.
It's been moved and seconded to postpone this motion motion until our October meeting. This is debatable, amendable, and requires a majority vote. Is there any debate?
Madam President.
Treasurer.
We should postpone this because October is closer to Halloween, which would be when this contest would be. So it's just good to have it closer to the time we'll be doing it, so I encourage you all to vote yes.
Madam President.
The Sentinel.
I rise to question of privilege.
State your question.
May we open a door? It is getting kind of stuck in here.
No, you may not.
Madam President.
The Vice President.
I think this is a great idea to postpone this till our October meeting, because the pumpkins that are growing right now aren't very big, and it wouldn't be much fun if we would throw a small pumpkin, so I encourage you all to vote yes on this postponement.
Madam President.
The Secretary.
This postponement is not a very good idea. First of all, there's a lot of physics involved in building a trebuchet, so having to figure all of that out in a short period of time would not end well. So I encourage you all to vote no on this postponement.
Madam President.
Reporter.
This is a not good idea to postpone this because we do need a lot of time to figure out what we would build if this motion was passed. Also, I would not have enough time to write an article for the newspaper if we postpone this to even later. So I encourage you all to vote no on this postponement.
Madam President,
The Sentinel.
postponing this motion is a great idea. It allows us to think of different activities that we can do too, and it allows us time to really open up our schedule. So I encourage you to vote yes on this postponement.
Is there any further debate on the postponement? Any debate? Any debate? Seeing none, we'll now proceed to vote. All those in favor of postponing the motion to our October meeting say aye.
Aye.
Those opposed say no.
No.
The ayes have it.
Division.
Division has been called. Madam Secretary, assist me in counting the votes. All those in favor of postponing the motion, please rise. Be seated. Those opposed, please rise. Be seated. Madam Secretary, what are the results?
3 in favor and 2 against.
With 3 in favor and 2 against, the postponement passes.
Madam President.
The reporter.
I move our chapter hold a food drive.
I call for the orders of the day.
Orders of the day have been called. Madam Secretary, what are the orders of the day?
Service project.
Madam President.
The reporter.
I move that our chapter provide for refreshments for all election officials on voting day at all the local precincts.
It's been moved and seconded that our chapter provide refreshments for election officials at all the local precincts. Is there any debate?
Madam President.
Reporter.
This is a great idea because it will give a lot of publicity for our chapter. Also, it will feed the election officials because they have a very hard job. So I encourage you all to vote yes on this main motion.
The Sentinel.
Providing refreshments for the election officials is a great idea. It really shows them that we care for them and we appreciate all they're doing for us. So I encourage you to vote yes.
Madam President, Vice President.
This is a spectacular idea to provide refreshments for all of our election officials, because it would be a great way for us to show how much we appreciate the work that they're doing for us. So I encourage you all to vote yes.
Madam President, Secretary.
Having spoken with several other secretaries from around the area, I have found that their experience in doing something like this has not gone down well. It was difficult to organize, and it didn't go very smoothly for them, so I encourage you all to vote no.
Madam President, the Treasurer.
This is not a great idea to provide refreshments for election officials because our chapter doesn't have enough money to buy all these refreshments, and it would take lots of members, lots of hours to provide refreshments all day, so I encourage you all to vote no.
Madam President, the Secretary.
I move the previous question.
Previous question has been moved. Madam Secretary, assist me in counting the votes. All those in favor of moving previous question, please rise. Be seated. Those opposed, please rise. Be seated. Madam Secretary, what are the results?
1 in favor and 4 against.
With 1 in favor and 4 against, previous question fails.
Madam
The
President,
Sentinel.
I move to amend the motion by substituting the word lunch for refreshments.
Second.
It's been moved and seconded to amend the motion by substituting the word refreshments for lunch, so that the motion now reads that the chapter provide lunch for election officials at local precinct. Is there any debate?
Madam President.
The Sentinel.
Providing lunch for these officials is a great idea. It allows them to really feel comfortable in the space that we're giving them, and it shows them that we appreciate them and everything that they're doing. So I encourage you to vote yes on this amendment.
Madam President.
Secretary.
Amending this so that we offer them lunch instead is a great idea because then there is one set time, it's easier to organize, and we don't have to make sure there's enough food to last all day. I encourage you all to vote yes on this amendment.
Madam President.
The Treasurer.
As I previously said, this is a terrible idea because our chapter does not have enough money to provide lunch for people, so I encourage you all to vote no on this amendment.
Madam President.
Vice President.
I think this is, do not think this is a good idea to change it for us to provide lunch instead of refreshments, because maybe they won't be all hungry at the same time. So it would be a better idea for us to provide refreshments so they can eat when they get hungry instead. So I encourage you all to vote no on this amendment.
Madam
The
President.
Reporter.
This is a terrible idea to provide lunch instead of refreshments, because lunch would take a lot of more workers. Because if we just provide refreshments, all we would have to do is simply lay out cookies and water. With lunch, we'd have to cook it, prepare it, and serve it with local members. So I encourage you all to vote no on this amendment.
Is there any further debate on this amendment? Any debate? Any debate? Seeing none, we'll now proceed to vote. All those in favor of amending the motion so that it now reads that the chapter provide lunch for election officials at local precincts, say aye.
Aye.
Those opposed say no.
No.
The noes have it, and the amendment fails. Is there any further debate on the main motion?
Madam President,
Vice President.
I move to lay this motion on the table.
Second.
It has been moved and seconded to lay this motion on the table. This is not debatable or amendable and requires a majority vote. All those in favor of laying this motion on the table say aye.
Aye.
Those opposed say no.
No.
The ayes have it, and the motion is laid on the table. Madam Secretary, do you have a record of any further business which should now be transacted?
I have none, Madam President.
Does any member know of any new or unfinished business which should properly come before this meeting? We are about to adjourn this meeting of the Garrison FFA chapter. As we mingle with others, let us be diligent in labor, just in our dealings, courteous to everyone, and above all, honest and fair in the game of life. Fellow members and guests, join me in a salute to our flag.